Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a cycle of chasing people who don't care about you? Do you find yourself putting others' needs before your own, hoping they'll appreciate you more? You're not alone. Countless men have walked this path, thinking that being nice would make people like them more. But they soon realize that being nice isn't the same as being strong. So what's the real difference between these two traits? How can you tell if you've crossed the line from being nice to being weak? Welcome back to our channel, the place where we help men stop chasing people and start chasing growth. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you can grow with us. Let's dive into the 10 signs that you are not nice, you are actually weak. Number 1, you feel resentful or bitter towards others. Do you find yourself harboring resentment or bitterness towards the people you've helped? When you're nice, there's usually an expectation that the other person will show gratitude and reciprocate your kindness. However, if they don't, you might start to feel resentful. This resentment can grow into bitterness, which is a sign that you may be crossing the line into weakness. The key difference between being nice and being weak is that when you're being nice, you do it out of genuine kindness and a desire to make others feel good. But when you're being weak, you use people-pleasing as a way to manipulate others into giving you what you want. You may find yourself constantly trying to win people over by doing things for them or agreeing with everything they say, even if it goes against your own beliefs and values. But this constant need for validation and approval is a sign of weakness. People can sense when you're being insincere and it can turn them off, leading to strained relationships and a lack of true connection. Number 2, you put others' needs before your own to gain approval. When you're always putting others' needs before your own, it can be a sign that you're not being nice but rather weak. You may feel like you're being helpful and generous, but it's important to also take care of yourself and your own needs. A truly nice person is able to balance the needs of others with their own self-care. They don't feel guilty about setting boundaries or saying no when necessary. So if you find yourself constantly sacrificing your own needs and happiness for the sake of others, it may be time to reevaluate your motivations and ask yourself whether you're doing it because you genuinely want to help or because you're afraid of losing their approval. Number 3, you struggle with asking for help. When you find yourself struggling to ask for help from others, it can be a sign that you're not being nice, but rather weak. You may feel like you need to be strong and capable all the time, but it's important to remember that everyone needs help sometimes. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows that you're able to recognize your limitations and that you're not afraid to reach out for support when you need it. Additionally, when you're able to ask for help, you're able to build stronger relationships with others and create a sense of community and support. So if you find yourself struggling to ask for help, know that it's okay to reach out and that doing so can be a sign of true strength and maturity. Number 4, you struggle with saying no. Are you always finding it difficult to say no to others? When you're being nice, you may feel like saying yes to every request will make you more likable and respected. However, constantly feeling obligated to say yes can be a sign of weakness. Being nice should not come at the expense of your own time, energy, and well-being. Setting boundaries and saying no when necessary is an important part of maintaining healthy relationships and taking care of yourself. When you're able to say no without feeling guilty, you're showing others that you respect your own needs and priorities. This can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling relationships in the long run. Number 5, you tolerate disrespect from others. Do you find yourself constantly tolerating disrespect from others? Being nice does not mean being a doormat. While it's important to be understanding and forgiving, it's also important to stand up for yourself and set boundaries. When you allow others to disrespect you, it sends a message that you're weak and that they can take advantage of you. This can lead to more disrespect and even abuse from others. A truly nice person is able to stand up for themselves and others when necessary, even if it goes against their own self-interest. They don't tolerate disrespect and they're not afraid to speak up when they feel it's necessary. By standing up for yourself and others, you create a culture of respect and equality, which can lead to healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Number 6, you avoid conflict at all costs. When you find yourself avoiding conflict at all costs, it can be a sign that you're not being nice, but rather weak. Conflict is a natural and inevitable part of any relationship. Avoiding it altogether can lead to repressed emotions and unresolved issues that can eventually boil over. Being nice means being honest and open in your communication, even when it's difficult. It means being willing to have uncomfortable conversations and address issues that need to be resolved. By avoiding conflict, you're not giving the other person a chance to understand your perspective and work towards a resolution. This can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and a breakdown in the relationship. Number 7. You struggle with expressing your opinion. Being nice does not mean suppressing your own thoughts and feelings. When you find yourself struggling to express your opinion, you may be mistaken for being weak. Being nice means being confident enough to share your thoughts and feelings in a respectful and considerate way. It means being able to articulate your needs and wants while also being open to the needs and wants of others. Suppressing your own thoughts and feelings can lead to a buildup of resentment and frustration, which can eventually spill over into your relationships. When you're able to express your opinions in a healthy way, you're able to build stronger connections with others based on mutual respect and understanding. Number 8. You prioritize pleasing others over your own happiness. Are you constantly prioritizing the needs and desires of others over your own? When you do this, you may think you're being nice and considerate, but it can actually be a sign of weakness. By always putting others' needs first, you're sending the message that you don't value your own happiness or well-being. This can lead to feelings of resentment and burnout. A truly nice person is able to balance the needs of others with their own self-care. They understand that in order to be there for others, they need to take care of themselves first. Instead of always trying to please others, focus on building relationships with people who appreciate and respect you for who you are. Number 9, you over-apologize. Do you find yourself apologizing excessively even when you've done nothing wrong? Over-apologizing can be a sign of weakness. When you apologize too much, you're sending the message that you're not confident in your actions or that you feel guilty for simply existing. A truly nice person doesn't need to apologize excessively because they're secure in their own worth. They understand that everyone makes mistakes and they're able to forgive themselves and others when necessary. When you stop over-apologizing, you'll free up mental and emotional energy to focus on more positive and productive things. You'll also come across as more confident and assertive, which can lead to more fulfilling relationships. Number 10. You agree with others even when you disagree. Do you find yourself constantly agreeing with others even when you don't agree? This can be a sign that you're not being nice, but rather weak. When you agree with others just to keep the peace, you're not being true to yourself and your own beliefs and values. A truly nice person is able to disagree respectfully and still maintain positive relationships. Disagreements don't have to be seen as confrontational. They can be an opportunity to learn from each other's perspectives and come to a deeper understanding. By disagreeing respectfully, you're showing others that you're confident in your own opinions and that you value their opinions as well. This can lead to more meaningful and intellectually stimulating conversations and relationships. Being nice is often confused with being weak, but the two are not the same thing. A truly nice person is kind, compassionate, and considerate towards others without compromising their own values, boundaries, or happiness. On the other hand, being weak is characterized by people-pleasing behavior, fear of conflict, and an inability to stand up for oneself or others. Being weak ultimately leads to a loss of respect and a lack of fulfillment in relationships. Remember, you don't have to be weak to be nice, and you don't have to be tough to be strong. Being nice is a choice, being weak is a habit. And one will earn you respect while the other will drain it away. Which side of history will you be on? Let us know in the comments below. We hope this video has provided some insight into the difference between being nice and being weak. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. As always, thanks for watching.